The fears of many have come to pass, while for some there is nothing extraordinary. That was how the news of the postponement of the APC National Convention from February 26 to March 26 was received. Tension and confusion set in. It all started when the news broke around 12 noon on Monday, February 21st, that the party has informed INEC of the postponement of its convention. About 7 hours later, the party officially announced the shifting of the date to conduct zonal congresses. The extraordinary APC Convention Planning Committee has stayed extra 16 months and still counting. Have things fallen apart? Is the center still holding, or misunderstanding has loosed upon the party? Opinions have divided, no doubt, within the ranks of the party. So Political Update today zooms its lenses to the happenings in the Buhari House in Wuse, Zone 2, Abuja, where two gentlemen of the party will be joining me to address family matter. While in Enugu State, the local government elections are holding tomorrow, Wednesday, but APC is not comfortable with the arrangement so far. So stay back. I am Mayor Ogidi, and I belong to no political party. Thanks for joining us. Let's begin with some reports. A 2-day strategic retreat and planning workshop of the ECOWAS Council of the Wise has opened in Lagos, with deliberations focusing on how to address a resurgence of military takeover in the region, while preventing new crises on the continent.
A session of a 2-day strategic retreat and planning workshop of the council in Lagos, former Nigerian president and chairman of the council, Goodluck Jonathan, says the organ must review its mandate and come up with a functional work plan that can restore peace and constitutionality in troubled...
What the prevailing tense socio-political situation in our sub-region tells us is that our task as members of the Council of the Wise is challenging, requiring that we play a more active role in mediation and consultations to prevent or resolve conflicts.
And was in Lagos calling for sub-regional peace. A group, Citizens Network for Peace and Development in Abuja, calling that President Goodluck Jonathan to dump his first love, that is the PDP, and join forces with President Muhammadu Buhari in the APC to achieve the task of moving Nigeria forward. Let's take a listen.
The body language of most of the PDP governors, which they have said before camera, most of them have said that if President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is running for presidency, they will rally around him. And most of us as Nigerians, irrespective of political affiliations, religion, ethnic nationalities, know that what Nigeria needs today is the best hand. And that's why Nigerians are dispassionate about the person and the character of the man who is going to come into 2023, over and above political inclinations, ethnic nationalities and religion.
Let's take you to Enugu State, where barely 4 hours from now, the state local government elections will be conducted. But the All Progressive Congress says they are not comfortable with the arrangement so far, so are threatening a boycott. So let's join the APC chairman of Enugu State, Dr. Barrister Okechukwu Agbala, via Zoom. So we will get in touch with him. We are having some technical challenges there. So let's move on to the topic of the day. Now, to the stories that will build the foundation for our discussion on the APC. As agreed by some parties to conduct the election on the convention, on the 26th of March 2022. And Salihu Abdullahi was at the Buhari House in Wuse, Abuja, and filing how this played out yesterday.
There was anxiety amongst party faithful awaiting the position of the Governor Mala Buni-led APC-CECPC on the earlier proposed date to hold national convention. The meeting of the caretaker committee, which lasted about 4 hours behind closed doors, resolved as follows.
We have agreed and approved. The convention's activities commenced on the 24th of February and will terminate at Eagle Square National Convention on the 26th of March. In between the convention, we have agreed to have zonal congresses.
In the schedule of activities ahead of the National Convention, publication of zonal committees will be on Thursday, 24th February 2022, and zonal congresses will hold on Saturday, 12th March 2022. Publication of National Convention subcommittees will be on Monday, 28th February 2022. Series of forms will commence Wednesday, 9th March to Friday, 11th March 2022. Saturday, 26th March 2022 will be the date for the National Convention to hold at Eagle Square in the nation's capital.
Few hours later, the APC Governors Forum says it will work with relevant stakeholders within the party to ensure that they transparently deliver a National Executive Committee that will earn the confidence of the party faithful.
This is the second meeting of the APC governors in the year 2022. Their engagement was behind closed doors. The forum's chairman and governor of Kebbi State, Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, addressed the media at the end of the closed-door engagement.
We have discussed and reviewed the elections that took place in the FCT, the Oshun primaries, the court judgment that resolved the Kano primaries issue. We discussed a meeting we are going to have with Mr. President, further discuss on the party.
The forum also reacted to the timetable and schedule of activities by the party's CECPC ahead of its national convention.
Until we finish the meeting with Mr. President, we rather not comment on any timetabling and any logistic.
The APC governors have acknowledged the role of other stakeholders of the party and pledged to work in unity to make the APC more prosperous in the political scene.
These are some latest developments from the All Progressives Congress about the National Convention. But let's take it to Enugu before we come and discuss further on that. Dr. Barrister Ogechukwu Agbala is the chairman of APC in Enugu State. And we are getting feelers from Enugu station that they are trying to embark on a protest on some issues they are not comfortable with about the elections coming out tomorrow. So, Barrister Agbala, can you tell us what is really happening in Enugu State about the local government elections and the fears your party is expressing about them?
Thank you very much. I'm glad for the opportunity of giving us to express ourselves. What is going on in Enugu State is that the ENSEC, the Enugu State Independent Electoral Commission, who is the body empowered by law to conduct the local government and council elections, have descended into the arena. And they have left their position as an umpire to get into the arena as a participant. ENSEC Enugu State issued that guidelines for the government elections, which we complied with, to the effect that on the 17th and 18th of December 2021, we held primaries in the 260 wards in Enugu State. And these primaries resulted in candidates chosen through the party guidelines, which we gave ENSEC a copy. We took a list of these candidates and submitted to ENSEC. ENSEC accepted our list, stamped it. Then when ENSEC wanted to publish the list, they didn't publish any of our candidates. They published people we don't know where they got the names from. And the most local governments, they didn't even publish any name. For example, some local governments, they will publish one name as a councillorship candidate. Some other local, and the entire...
Okay, Chairman, just a minute. With all these allegations, are you still participating in the elections tomorrow, or you are planning to boycott the election?
We've gone to court. We're not participating. We've not used the word boycott. We are not participating in the election because our candidates have not been, we are not accepted by INEC.
Okay.
INEC have no reason to impose unknown people on us.
Thank you very much. Are you going to the court to stop the elections or just your party not to participate?
We've already gone to the elections. As we speak now, our lawyers are in court trying to obtain an injunction. If they succeed, if they do the needful, the election ought not to go. But if they go on and hold the election, then that election will be voided, I can assure you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Secondly, ENSEC is also accepting candidates from unregistered political parties. The registered political parties in Enugu State, made up of 18 political parties who are part of IPAC. No member of no political party that is a member of IPAC is participating in the election.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister Agbala. And since the matter is in court, I'm afraid we won't go further. But probably after the courtrooms and the prior elections on Friday, we will still come back to you for an update. Thank you very much. That is the chairman of APC in Enugu State, Dr. Barrister Ogechukwu Agbala. And in the studio, two gentlemen from one family, though they are not having it too good at this moment because one is for and one is against. It's my pleasure to welcome to Political Updates the convener of APC Rebirth Movement, Chief Alhaji, or should I say Chief Aliu Audu. Any of them can go because you're already a chief. And to my left, I have a faithful member of the party with no much titles. He said he's just a member of the APC, Andrew Abu. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Let me start from this other man. He's on white. So that represents peace. So let's start on that peaceful note. Are you comfortable with the postponement of the elections by your party?
As a faithful member of my party, the Progressive APC, I am not. And it is simple. I mean, I hate to say that we have been here before. I have, raised these fears on this platform. And it's all part of the script that they are playing. What Mai Mala Buni and his co-travelers are trying to do is to hold on to that position and conduct primary elections for 2023 election and conduct convention afterwards. They want to be in office.
That is the script.
That's the script. All of these tricks, are, fears we had seen coming. And I would have loved that for the good of man and God, for the fear of God and respect to fellow men, they would have proven us wrong.
But do you have evidence to show? Probably they may also have their reasons of postponing it.
What more evidence do you need? You had 6 months to do convention, like the name implies. Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee.
We have 8 by-elections. We have 8 by-elections this Saturday, that is 26. Do you think it would have been convenient for your party to hold the national convention at the same time they're also participating in 8 by-elections?
That is an indictment on their effectiveness. If, as a caretaker committee of a ruling party who sat and planned for a convention on the 26th, as at the time they picked that date, we already had seen the INEC timetable that there will be, by-elections. And in a press release by my group, APC Rebirth, we had raised that. If you check online, go back to the history, you guys carried the press release where we said that this 26th is a plan, is a decoy, that they are going to shift it because, and the excuse they will give us would be that there will be by-elections. We raised this, if we knew back then it shows how ineptitude is at play in the management of our party.
Okay, I think the young man is, let's hear from you. He said the APC chairman and his co-travelers, I don't know whether you're also in that vehicle. That is on a lighter note. Are you also comfortable with the postponement? If you are, what are your reasons?
Okay, so as a party man, I would always not speak on speculations. Okay, so just like my brother said, I would differ from what he just said about, the script that the caretaker committee chairman is trying to run. Now, I say this because, as it stands today, we have a new date for the convention, which is 26th of March for the national convention. Then they introduced the zonal convention, which, we are still yet to get the direction of how that is going to be. But having said that, I would like to say that our party is going through a phase right now, and I think if there is anything we need to do as supporters and people of the party is to, you know, step back a bit and see where we need to correct the things that we feel is not going on well. Now, for me, I feel the caretaker committee have not communicated very well, and that is why a lot of people are agitated and they feel the way they feel, you know. But yesterday, the caretaker national secretary came out and put out a statement, you know, after the meeting that held, and they agreed to a new date and the zonal dates and all. So as it stands today, we have a new date. And what is more important for me is we are still within the time frame of INEC, you know. So for now, let's see how we can prepare ourselves going into the fresh date that has been issued, and let's see how we take it up from there.
So indirectly, you are telling people like Aliu to at least calm down.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
on that note, let's take this report. This except by the president. He had an interview with correspondent Cyrus Toba sometime this year about as if he spoke as if he were a prophet. And let's take a listen at it.
In your party, the governing APC, you're considered as the leader of the party. So the question here is the APC is going through tough times with regard to a convention that will elect its officials. And within the party, there's so much disagreement. Some people have even threatened that they would make sure it doesn't hold. What is your position on this?
My position is simple. I think I succeeded in trying to get my position understood in the sense that I said we start from bottom upwards, from polling unit to ward, to local government, to state, and then to Abuja. So that the party, because I'm concerned about my party, the party in all constituencies, they will know that and their position coming up. And therefore, when they come to Abuja, they are likely to work together. There is no saying that there is no kingmaker from Abuja, take this. No constituency is being dictated upon. All constituencies are supposed to produce their leadership in our party. What other parties do is their own business. But we want to make sure that our party members understand that they are respected, no matter from polling unit, from ward to polling unit, or polling unit to ward, to local government, to state, and up to Abuja. So those who want to be elected at any level, let them work for it. Nobody is going to appoint anybody.
You see the current issues will be resolved and the convention will still go ahead?
Well, we have time frame. We have to work because the 4-year cycle cannot be, is constitutional. It cannot be interfered by anybody. So if the party couldn't agree, then the opposition can take over. What did the PDP do? They thought that the opposition cannot come together, but when ACN, ANPP, CPC, ABGA came together, before PDP realized that they were off, they are still off. So they can see it.
I would say at this point he is a prophet, and what he saw is gradually coming to. So now, I saw the president calling the various stages, and I didn't see zonal, about you talk of ward, local government, state, and Abuja. So where did your party come up with this issue of zonal? Is it in the party constitution?
I mean, it's clear, beyond incompetence of the caretaker committee, gross incompetence, they have evil plan to kill the party. They claim to love Mr. President, but they don't. Because if you love a man, you will honor him. Mr. President is the reason why people like us are in APC. when in 2013 we decided to join APC is because we saw people like Mr. President, for his credibility, for his outstanding nature, for his patriotism. We decided to join the APC. And we had a meeting with him.
Is this Congress, is zonal Congress, is it in your party constitution? Because
it is not
I read your constitution. Your constitution, Article 11 this morning. Two things. I read the whole constitution. Two things I don't see. I don't see where they mention national leader of a party, and two, zonal Congress of your party. So, so do you think if this thing is not in the constitution and you go ahead and conduct zonal congresses, will it not be nullified by probably somebody that will take the party to court?
No, we are already in court. My group, APC Rebirth, we are already in court. We are in the process of filing a suit in court against the caretaker committee. We are asking the court to stop them. We are asking the court to stop INEC from wasting our taxpayers' resources, risking their staff to go and monitor unconstitutional activity. We are joining IGP, Inspector General of the Police, not to risk our men of the forces where they have other tasks of safeguarding life of Nigeria.
Let's also
let me submit. That is very important. Let me submit, please. When Senator John was reading out whatever he was reading out yesterday, he probably thought he was still in PDP. Because it's only PDP that have zonal congresses in their constitution. My party, the APC, have 14, like you rightly say in Article 11, 14 organs of the party. The only organ of the party that belongs to the zone is called Zonal Executive Committee, ZEC. And these Zonal Executive Committee members are members of the national body and national officials of the party who are elected at the national convention. For instance, what they call the zonal chairman is what, by constitution, is the national vice for each zone. We have 6 of such. All of this, all the way to zonal youth leader, are elected on the ground, on the floor of national convention. They are all national officers. So I do not know. Right now, I am tempted to ask him, or ask him and my Malabuni to tell me who are the delegates who are going to vote. And hold on, let me tell you how incompetent they are.
No, please.
They are wasting resources.
Let's hear from
They are wasting resources.
The resources here, definitely. that is
bringing the same people to zonal and bring them to national and risking lives.
I know, but let's also hear from your friend. You people are the same family, at least. Even acting as if from different parents, but the same family. So let's hear from you also.
Okay,
the zonal committees. Okay, so are they constitutionally recognized in the party?
So it's not in the constitution of the APC.
Thank you.
But at the end of the day, if there is a conduct of a zonal.
But can you name a child before delivery?
So here's what it is.
Okay.
So if there is a zonal congress, if the zonal congress that the APC have proposed, that the caretaker committee have proposed, is going to hold, it will be ratified on the day of convention. And convention
after the Congress.
Of course, convention gives that power.
And the constitution will not be amended in your party to reflect?
Everything will be ratified on the day of convention. Don't forget that there's a new constitution that is going to be ratified.
So probably why not the zonal congresses before the national?
So now, I don't know in what wisdom that is going to happen. But you see, the officials at the zone represent the zones. They don't work in Abuja. They don't operate in Abuja. They operate within the zone, except if there is a NEC meeting that involves them that is called at the national. Okay, so I think the secretary of the party will be in the best position to give a critical analysis of the zonal congresses.
I'm afraid I think that is the much we can take, and we'll invite you probably after 26th of March, after the convention, and the events will unfold probably after that. All eyes are on the presidential villa, because by 3 p.m. the president will be meeting with all the APC governors in the country, and probably the issue at stake will also be part of the agenda. And the president has also told the CSOs and other concerned Nigerians that he still has up till 31st to sign the electoral bill, so please calm down. On that note, we close today's edition on Political Update. Do join us again on Friday for another fresh package. My name is Mie Ogedi. Stay safe.